Hello.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Enigma Pro Wrestling. Are you all ready to have a great time? Are you all ready for some action, drama, and fun? We've got a wonderful card for you this afternoon, and we're going to start the show off right by bringing out Tony Vegas. Here he is, coming off from his match at last month's New Year's resolution. It's Tony Vegas.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Enigma Pro Wrestling. My name is Eric Image. Next to me is TJ Price.
Howdy, folks.
We are broadcasting to you live from the State Farm Action Zone right here in West Palm Beach, Florida. And here comes Mr. TV himself, Tony Vegas.
Well, you know, Image, Vegas has certainly put himself out there towards the fans and towards everybody in the back.
That is definitely true.
Tony Vegas, welcome to tonight's show. Talk to us a little bit about what happened at last month's New Year's resolution.
Well, I'll let him handle it.
Well, it's on. I can't. You got to hear me, right? You can hear me? I can't hear y'all. Can y'all hear me? Thank you. Well, last month, I honestly didn't know what I was going against. Put me on the card, huge guy. What's his name again?
Who'd you wrestle last month? Johnny the Muscle?
Oh, okay, yeah, whoever the hell that guy is.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, I came
what?
out, did my thing.
Preposterous.
1, 2, 3, came out with the win.
And what an impressive win it was. I noticed you're wearing your fan shades, the Tony Vegas shades, $10 in the lobby if you guys want to rock these awesome shades. So who are you going up against tonight, Mr. Vegas?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I've been in since I got here. Nobody back there wants to do anything, so I have no clue.
Yo, Vegas!
Wait a minute, what's this? Uh-oh.
You beat me last month, and that was a fluke. I guarantee it won't happen again tonight. It's me and you, fool.
Image, he talks.
He does.
After three,
ladies and gentlemen,
three shows?
4 shows.
4 shows. Johnny the Muscle finally
what do you
talks.
guys think? Me or that? I can't hear you guys. Me or that?
I'm going to say that.
I need you guys to say TV, 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 TV.
Tony Vegas.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm looking forward to that match. Tony Vegas versus Johnny the Muscle.
Tony Vegas showing a little bit of a reverence show, and he
Are you guys ready for your first match?
It's okay.
This next
Image, I
contest
understand.
is scheduled for one fall.
And we're going right into the action here, ladies and gentlemen.
From Miami, Florida, weighing in at 190 pounds, Johnny Vandal.
Now, when you talk about a professional in wrestling today, Vandal, hands down, has been that type of person.
Well, I can't discredit his talent, TJ, but this man's attitude just rubs me the wrong way. He's arrogant, he's brash, he's young, he's good, and worst part about it is he knows it.
I don't see those as bad qualities. I see those as star qualities.
He could be a little more humble, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, have you met yourself too?
I am a picture of model humility.
I honestly don't know what to say to that, Image.
And his opponent, weighing in at 220 pounds, from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Johnny the Jet.
And here's a guy we haven't seen in a couple months here at Enigma. John the Jet, a big fan favorite around here.
Yes, he is. Look at that. The crowd reacted better to this than, well, that.
Well, the crowd's always going to get a better reaction to pretty much anybody but Johnny Vandal.
I guess you're right. They just don't understand what a good wrestler and the type of guy that Johnny Vandal really is.
I have a feeling they appreciate talent when they see it, but... And there's our bell. But again, the attitude of Johnny Vandal just tends to leave the wrong impression. John the Jet looking to end this thing early with a roll-up.
Johnny Vandal's doing too good. He even called it, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Vandal having none of it. Are we going to see another typical match from Vandal where he avoids hooking up, playing mind games with his opponent? Another roll-up. John the Jet again looking to end this quick.
But Johnny Vandal, the veteran in the ring, knows better.
Vandal actually showing a little respect to his opponent here tonight.
But he should have never taken his eye off of Johnny Vandal.
Bum rushing John the Jet up against the ropes.
He capitalized on that. He was distracted.
Can't argue with that logic, to tell you the truth. But now John the Jet getting back up into this.
Vandal goes to the outside, recuperates, follows one of the crowd. See? This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Vandal was ready for it, but John the Jet telegraphing the move, not following through. Vandal trips him up on the ring apron.
Capitalizing on how vulnerable he was.
Easily the hardest, most painful part of the ring to fall on. Now Vandal taking control on the outside. Vandal rolls it into the ring now. He's looking to end it early. Only a 2 count from John the Jet. Or for John the Jet, sorry. Stinging kicks to the ribs from Johnny Vandal. John the Jet again trying to fight back. Vandal putting the brakes on it though. And now it looks like Vandal's blatantly choking him across the ropes. Big splash sends John the Jet to the mat. Only a 2 count for Vandal. Knee to the back. Vandal just working over John the Jet.
Well, I told you once, Image, and I'll tell you again. Johnny Vandal is a veteran when it comes to the squared circle. Every time he's in there, it's calculated, it's capitalistic, it's everything that needs to be seen in this arena.
And to your point, TJ, Vandal understanding when John the Jet's taken off in the match and again puts the brakes on it, staying in complete control.
And a big knee to John the Jet's head.
Vandal pulling up John the Jet, big body slam. Almost a tilt-a-whirl. And now jaw-jacking to the cameras.
I will have to admit one downfall. Overconfidence.
As I said, it's that arrogant attitude that gets him in trouble, keeps him from being the fan favorite he might be.
Well, either way, he knows what he's doing, and he's doing it very well.
Snapmare takeover. Big kick to the back. That'll leave a welt on you.
What does he keep saying?
I can't make it out, TJ.
That's fine. It's good to see the crowd reacting in similar fashion of both guys in the ring.
Johnny Vandal whipping John the Jet into the corner with authority. The whole ring shifted as John the Jet landed in the ring. Knife edge chop echoes off the walls of the American Polish Club.
I think my deaf Nana heard that one.
Again, moving the ring back into the place where it was before as he whips John the Jet into the turnbuckle.
And the assault continues.
Blatant punch to the face from Johnny Vandal.
Did you know that? I switched. It's not this.
Again into the corner. This time, John the Jet comes out of the corner with a big clothesline. Sit out slam.
Oh, and a 2 count.
John the Jet trying to steal one there. Crowd trying to get a little bit of wind in the sails of John the Jet. Vandal will have none of it. He's going for sweet dreams. John the Jet has it scouted.
Oh!
Big neck breaker.
Oh,
Vandal
and a
kicks
2 count.
out.
Well, it looks like right now John the Jet has the advantage. How long do you think Vandal's actually going to let this happen?
You know, I got to say, I'm surprised that Vandal had the wherewithal to kick out of that big move. Wait a minute, here it is. Sweet dreams. That's got to be it.
Oh.
And Vandal picks up another victory.
Winner of the match,
I told
Johnny Vandal.
Image, I'll tell you once and I'll tell you again. Every time Vandal steps into the ring, you're going to get a good match. He is almost the epitome of wrestling perfection.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere because we have got an amazing card lined up for you tonight. We are going to take a short commercial break, and we will be back in just a few moments. All right, this is an unscheduled appearance by Tarver here.
Turn off the music, please.
Every appearance by Tarver is usually unscheduled.
Let me introduce myself correctly. You see, the abbreviation in the beginning of my name, the prefix is not an abbreviation for the word Mr. It is an abbreviation for the word monster. So do not call me Tarver. My correct name is Monster Tarver.
Well, the crowd certainly reacted poorly to that.
You see, the problem with this audience is not the fact that you don't like my choice of name. It's the fact that you don't like the fact that my choice of name is the truth. You see, I could ask you what your name is and you'll tell me what it is. But it does not represent anything about him other than the fact that he obviously has a thyroid problem. But see, my name represents the fact that I am, and I will always be, what you call a monster.
I'm not a monster because I'm big and tough and strong. I'm a monster to each one of you because I'm something that you could never be, but what you always want to be. The ability to stand up to and do anything that you want and be fearless while doing it. For example, the Headbangers. They think that they can just come back. They think that they can just walk into Enigma Pro Wrestling and do whatever they want to do, things the Headbangers way. But what is the Headbangers way? I see that we have some Headbangers fans. Let me explain to you what the Headbangers way is. The Headbanger way is to listen to loud, crazy, heavy metal music. It's to party all night and rock and roll. It's to walk around wearing kilts, not skirts, because real men do wear kilts. Wear crazy war paint and get in the ring and destroy everything. But see, here's the problem with that. We cannot coexist if I am a monster. I cannot coexist with a headbanger. Which brings me to my next point, Mr. 450, the biggest star in Puerto Rico. I have not forgotten about you spitting in my face. But for some reason you think being spat in the face is something that you should cheer about. But what if I came down into the ring and spit in your face? What if I spit in your face? What if I came down and spit on that shiny bald head of yours? But see, here's the thing. The management at Enigma Pro Wrestling calls themselves trying to control the monster by bringing in the biggest, strongest, baddest person from Puerto Rico in the name of Hercules Gomez, and thinks for some reason that having a four corners match where the winner has to tap every turnbuckle in succession to win the match, that's going to stop me from doing exactly what I came here to do. Now, once I do shut up and wrestle, I'm going to teach you all something. Better yet, I'm going to show you all something. I'm going to show you what they turned me into. And you will have no choice. You'll have absolutely no choice but to sit back, enjoy the show, and watch somebody bleed. And I'm asking you to boo. Boo. Make all of the noise that you want. Make all of the noise that you want. Please get involved. Get involved. I want you to feel like Enigma Pro Wrestling is yours. I want you to feel like it belongs to you, because I want you to understand one thing.
Making some noise is a request that the Enigma Pro Wrestling fans will never acquiesce on.
Whether or not I suck, Enigma Pro Wrestling belongs to me. Ring announcer, do not ever get my name wrong again.
Yes, sir.
And every time Monster Tarver gets on the mic, he spouts the truth. And that's how it is.
He spouts something, all right.
It's truth.
He's been walking around with a chip on his shoulder for months.
I would say that is gospel right there. It is beautiful. Everything he tells and talks about is from the heart, that every single person in this arena should fully keep in their heart. There's nothing else I could say about that. I'm in awe. I'm shocked.
Well, an appearance from Tarver always...
This next match is scheduled for one fall.
always a learning experience. We're going right back to the action here, folks.
Weighing in at 256 pounds, from the Bronx, Ace Mayhem.
Ace Mayhem returning once again to Enigma Pro Wrestling.
I tell you what, I was standing next to this guy backstage. Him, Johnny the Muscle, and Tarver are three of the biggest guys I have ever been around. And I'm not exactly a small dude. Like I'm not like 6 foot or anything, but I had to look up these guys to try to look them in the eye. It was intimidating.
They definitely have the intimidation factor down pat. Ace Mayhem backs it up, though. Did you know that he could squat over 500 pounds?
That is impressive.
He might possibly have some of the greatest pure strength here in Enigma Pro Wrestling. You might not know it to look at him.
And his opponent, weighing in at 210 pounds, from Puerto Rico, Mr. 450!
Mr. 450 taking videos of the crowd.
As always, they just eat him up. And what's that on his face he has there?
Well, that looks like a scouter. Maybe to check his opponent's power level. Now, you can be sure, I imagine, to check these videos out on social media. You can check us out at our website, enigmaprowrestling.com. You can also find us on Facebook, on Twitter. You can find us on Vimeo, and, of course, right here on YouTube. Right now, we want to take a moment to thank our sponsors. We want to thank State Farm for sponsoring the Action Zone, and our favorite agent is in the building, Blanca Lopez Macri. You can find her at blancaismyagent.com. We want to thank metroPCS and Little Caesars for providing catering here in the building. Mr. 450 climbing into the ring. Looks like senior official Randy Eller is about to start this match. Ace Mayhem coming right out the gate with pure power.
You'd think after everything that 450 has been through, some guy like Ace Mayhem wouldn't faze him a bit. But I guess if you get the advantage, there's nothing you can really do.
Ace Mayhem, not really the kind of guy who'd be scared of anybody or intimidated to face someone. But Mr. 450, well, we've seen him go toe-to-toe with Tarver and walk away the victor. It is truly any man's match at any given time, and 450 loves to pull out the victory from the clutches of defeat.
I tell you what, Ace Mayhem better watch out, though, because apparently Mr. 450 has some distance with that spit. Ugh.
Knife edge chops, again echoing off the walls here at the American Polish Club. 450 climbing up to the top. Fans behind him. Ten big punches and one to grow on. A big boot stops 450 dead in his tracks. Ace Mayhem trying to bring the match back to his pace. Only a 1 count from 450, though. Big body slam with ease. That's a 200-pound man he picked up like he was a sack of potatoes.
And Ace Mayhem called it. That was going to hurt.
Another 2 count. Mr. 450 nowhere near out of it just yet. A knee to the back. Randy Eller gives him a standing 5 count. And Ace Mayhem uses all of it.
Down to the last nanosecond. It's guys like Ace Mayhem that really make you wonder, do they have regulations in wrestling?
Well, there are definitely rules. That's the whole reason Randy Eller's in the match. But the referee likes to make sure that each match ends cleanly. And these wrestlers definitely like to take things to the limit. Look at that. Running headbutt right to the solar plexus. That'll take the wind right out of you.
Oh, yeah. But as tough as nails, 450 kicks out.
Ace Mayhem still in firm control of this match. Pulling up 450 by the hair. Crowd trying to get behind 450. 450 feeding off that energy from the
Ace
crowd.
Mayhem's not letting go. He knows that once 450 catches his stride, it's over with.
Big swing and a miss. 450 up and over into a sunset flip.
And a 2 count. Ace Mayhem using that
Big clothesline.
impressive strength.
Explodes out of the pinning combination.
And a kick out.
Ace Mayhem kind of wondering what he's going to have to do to put 450 away. Like we said, this guy is all heart. He can take a beating and still keep coming back for more.
I wouldn't say all heart. I mean, he did spit on Tarver. Did we forget that already? But the crowd loves him, and they just keep feeding him. Now, I think Ace Slater's found the right tactic. Wear him down slowly and surely.
This is definitely true. As long as he keeps the pace of this match slow, Mr. 450 loves to go to the top rope, loves to keep that high-flying, fast-paced action. Big chop across the chest, forearm, followed by another. And now trading blows. Ace Mayhem once again whipping 450 into the corner. Looks like he's going for that headbutt again. Now big splash, and I think he banged his head into the turnbuckle. Big kick.
And a bulldog.
And a bulldog. Again, Mayhem out with authority, but this time 450 was ready. Big drop kick sends him into the corner.
And as he calls for it, the crowd gives it.
Mayhem ready for it, though. Again, a swing and a miss. Kick to the face by 450. 450 going up top. Big cross body block.
And a kick out.
Now this is more 450's match. He's got that adrenaline pumping. He's got himself moving all over from pillar to post. And Mayhem doesn't know what to make of it.
He's trying to get the big man up.
Reversal by Mayhem. Big double underhook slam.
Oh,
another
and
2
450 kicked out. That is unbelievable. That is, oh, I am disgusted by that. You probably spit on him. That's what he did.
You're disgusted that he kicked out of a pin?
On an amazing move like that.
Again, carrying 450 around the ring with a power slam.
And another kick out. Can you believe this?
Mayhem pulling out all the stops and 450 still biting and clawing his way through this match. Again, the crowd trying to get behind him, but it looks like he's out of gas. Mayhem calling for the end. He says it's done.
Oh, 450,
450
again.
Reverses, steps out, big super kick to the face. Into a brain buster.
Oh, and what is he doing now? What is this psychopath doing
450
now?
going up to the top. Are we going to see? Big frog splash.
Winner of the match,
pulls out
Mr. 450!
450 pulls out another victory. Again, pulling it from the jaws of defeat.
And 450 walks away with another win. Can you believe this guy? He's unstoppable. He's uncontrollable.
He is unbelievable, TJ.
He needs a muzzle.
A muzzle.
A muzzle. He's like a rabid dog right now.
You really believe that story about him spitting in the face of Tarver?
Yes, I told you.
That doesn't seem like the kind of thing a guy like 450 would do. I think Tarver's just looking for a fight to pick. Ace Mayhem stealing Little Caesar's pizza.
Hey, Even losers get something around here.
I guess he was hungry. And we'll be going up to Jesse Furman for our next match.
This next match is scheduled for one fall. Weighing in at 265 pounds, from San Lorenzo, Puerto Rico, Rafi Rex.
Oh, here we go.
Now, Rafi Rex had a huge return to action here last month.
And he looks once again well received by the crowd. I don't know what it is, but this guy has got it. Him and Tony Vegas.
Rafi Rex, Tony Vegas, two rising stars here in Enigma Pro Wrestling. But tonight it looks like Rafi's got his work cut out for him. But then again, this is a guy who won 2 back-to-back matches on his first night back at Enigma.
And his opponent,
Uh-oh.
weighing in at 270 pounds, from Fort Pierce, Florida,
No.
Doc Rivers.
All right. This is one of the grittiest wrestlers I've ever seen. Mean and down to business.
Doc Rivers is a bruiser. That much is sure. And now I see Doc, but I don't see, there's usually, a little hanger-on, a little tag-along coming to the ring with Doc.
Well, maybe Bubba didn't make it tonight. Who knows? Oh,
Y'all turn that music off, cause Bubba's back!
Now I'll tell you what.
Woo-wee!
Bubba needs to
I
run
done
for
missed
president
y'all.
in
You sit down
2016.
there and be quiet. Ain't nobody talking to you.
I'd vote for him.
Hey, hey! Hola, mi gente! I missed y'all so much. Well, I was down in Mexico looking for some tequila. Hold on. I ate the worm and I ain't been right since. Hey, buddy, I'm back. I missed you so much. Oh, I missed you so much. You didn't come find me. You were supposed to come get me. I still love you, man. I'm glad to be back. But anyway, I went down to Mexico and I went down into the deep parts. I don't know why y'all want to live down there. It's so hot and the bugs is eating me alive. But with that being said, Mr. Rafi Rex, we are back from your country. Oh, no,
He's
you
from Puerto
ain't
Rico.
Mexican, is you?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Puerto
we
Rican.
apologize.
I think he did it on purpose. Call it a hunch.
It ended in can. Hey, but you know what? I want you to take him. I want you to hurt him bad. And me and you, we're going to go get some of that tequila I found. I'll see you in a minute.
Well, nobody knows how to crack a smile, break a joke.
Nobody knows how to bring a show to a grinding halt like Bubba.
That's right. Bubba, 2016. That's all I got to say.
That sounds like something you'd say. All right, well, we are back to the action here. Rafi Rex squaring off against Doc Rivers. This is going to be physical. This is going to be a barn burner.
Well, you do know Rafi did make his bones in the fighting circuit, doing street fights in Puerto Rico.
Well, that is absolutely true. Rafi Rex, a back alley brawler in Puerto Rico. That's where he made his name. Doing what he had to do to survive growing up in Puerto Rico. A clean break from Doc Rivers. I gotta say, I'm surprised.
Why?
Just doesn't seem like Doc's style.
Well, Doc's a survivor. Maybe he's finally figured out that to beat someone like Rafi Rex, you need that kind of mind game. And that feint within a feint, if you understand what I'm saying.
Well, maybe after a couple of months off, he sees the returning hero Rafi Rex, and he just wants to beat him. Nope, there it is.
There what
There's
is?
that cheap shot. Not going to get a second clean break out of Doc Rivers. Into a side headlock. Rafi pushing him to the ropes. Whips him across the ring. Big shoulder tackle. Brought Doc Rivers right to the ground. Doc going for a hip toss. Rafi reverses. Brings him down to the mat. And a big clothesline brings him back down again. Doc Rivers trying to roll out of the ring. Makes it out there. Trying to regroup and gather his senses. I don't think Doc knows what hit him.
Actually, I think he does. And it ends with can. A big can.
Bubba here checking on his buddy. Oh, that's so touching, let me tell you.
And see, Bubba tried to solve the problem. But Doc, being the good guy that he is, told him, no, we can't do that.
Well, not in front of the ref, that's for sure.
It would have been in front of the ref, kind of over to the side.
Now that sounds more like Doc Rivers' style. Doc playing games with Rafi. Drapes him over the second rope. Big knee drop.
Hey, when you got that you versus me mentality, Doc Rivers is usually going to come ahead.
Well, like I said, he's a bruiser. He is a brawler. He will do whatever it takes to win. But Rafi Rex, no stranger to a brawl himself.
This is true, but it looks like he was a stranger to the lacing on Doc's boots.
Not anymore. I believe the two are intimately familiar now. And now Doc raking his eyes across the across the ropes. Bubba getting some praise from, Doc getting some praise from Bubba here as he goes back to work on Rafi Rex. And a blatant choke right in front of the referee. Another 5 count. Doc milking all of it.
Rafi trying to build up a head of steam on this, but Doc says no.
Big kick to the midsection. And once again, going right to a choke against the ropes. Another 5 count from Randy Eller. And there's Doc providing the distraction as Bubba choking Rafi Rex against the ropes with that bull rope of his.
Are you sure? It looked like he was trying to give him advice. Hey man, maybe next time you should try this or a little bit of this.
You know, it doesn't surprise me that you'd support Bubba for president.
The man's a genius. He could completely turn around the social decline that we are in.
Well, no, I was just saying that you'd believe anything. Big whip to the corner. Rafi goes in for the closer, but nobody home. And Doc Rivers again just bringing this match to a fist fight. Doc looking for that big DDT, or no? Is he going to try to suplex the big man, Rafi Rex? Gets him up, but Rafi wriggles out, reverses again, into a suplex of his own.
I think Doc couldn't do it because, Rafi had too much rice and beans.
Rafi's got him up, all the way up, into a power slam. Rafi taking control back of this match. And once again, I don't think Doc Rivers knows what hit him. Doc is out on his feet as Rafi waits for him, sets him up.
Was that the Rexecution?
I believe that was the Rexecution.
Oh, no.
And a 2 count as Bubba gets up on the ring, on the apron and distracts the referee. Rafi swings at him. A low blow from Doc Rivers. And a handful of types to put the exclamation point on it.
Winner of the match, along with Bubba, Doc Rivers.
Speaking of snatching victory from the jaws of defeat.
Doc's a survivor. I told you that.
He's a survivor, but he uses a blatant low blow while the referee was distracted by his good buddy, Bubba.
Bubba, 2016. Believe it.
You want to talk about something despicable?
Hey, I don't know why you're asking them, because we won fair and square. They didn't see nothing if you didn't see nothing.
The absence of evidence and, the like. Is a great way to point that out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take our last station break for the show. We are going to have a short 15-minute intermission. We will be back with Enigma Pro Wrestling. More action, drama, fun. Stick with us, folks.
This next match is a 4 corners match. The winner of the match must hold their opponent and touch all 4 corners of the ring in succession. Coming first to the ring, weighing in at 265 pounds, from Akron, Ohio, Mr. 1.9, Monster Tarver.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Another huge physical battle coming up for you. We have got a 4 corners match between Tarver and newcomer Hercules. I saw this guy in the back.
Get it right. It's Monster Tarver.
Monster Tarver.
If you're gonna do something right, Image. If you're gonna do something, do it right, Image.
I got
Come
you,
on.
TJ. Easy
Thanks.
for you to say.
Almost. Woo. I tell you what, though, up until this point tonight has been spectacular.
It has, and it's about to get vicious.
Is it about to get raw? Is it about to get carnage-filled? No, it's going to be a bunch of action.
Drama.
We like it. We like a lot of action.
We do like a lot of
There's
action.
already drama.
There is plenty of drama when Tarver's in the ring.
All right, Smarty Pants. I see how it is. But it's been a lot of fun. And that's what this is about. Every person in this arena, filling every seat, manageable. There's even people standing.
And ladies and gentlemen, I have got to tell you, if you have not been to one of these Enigma shows live, it is an experience not to be missed. Tarver, for as much complaining and bullying as he does, has a ring presence like no other.
And his opponent, weighing in at 310 pounds, from Puerto Rico, Hercules.
Now I am looking for some impressive action from this man.
Please, continue.
Hercules here, I saw him in the back earlier.
Holy moly.
This man is huge, and he looks like a beast.
A beast is understatement. For a name like Hercules, this guy's like a minotaur. He's bigger than life itself, it looks like.
Tarver likes to call himself a monster, but he might be in the ring with a real one.
Well, I guarantee you, we are about to find out. And I do believe they're going to take this from pillar to post.
Well, that's the point of a 4 corners match, DJ.
Yeah, I know. That's why I made the joke.
Yeah, thank you. But for those watching at home, this is a 4 corners match. To win, you must drag your opponent to all 4 corners in succession without losing momentum, without being stopped. Your opponent must essentially be knocked out in order to win this match. Randy Eller giving final instructions. And these 2 men square off across the ring, staring each other down.
It's like a can standoff, isn't it? A Puerto Rican and an African.
I don't know what to say to that, TJ.
That's fine. That might have been in bad taste. My apologies. Either way, these 2 are still going to tear the house down. They're just waiting.
You can cut the tension in this building with a knife. The fans cannot wait to see these 2 men go at it, and I have a feeling they might destroy each other here.
They're both getting antsy.
Tarver going to his boxing roots, it looks like. As we've mentioned before, Tarver used to be a sparring partner for Mike Tyson, He has an extensive background in boxing. Hercules, well, we really don't know much about him.
Well, it seems like the monster's not backing down. But then again, it looks like Hercules isn't moving.
Tarver with a big forearm, returned from Hercules. And these two big men just brawling here in the center of the ring. Haymaker after haymaker, knife edge chop after knife edge chop. It seems like each one is daring the other to hit harder. And now they're just squaring off. Tarver hits the ropes, looking to bring the big man down with a clothesline.
And nothing.
Runs into a brick wall.
No. That's a muscle wall.
Hercules says it's my turn, and Tarver stands up to it.
Now, that just amped him up.
Big forearm brings Tarver down. Hercules seems to have won the first battle in what is likely to be an all-out war. Tarver taking a breather here in our front row.
We might want to call the medics on this. I think Hercules just hurt Tarver.
When you take an arm like that to the solar plexus, it'll knock the wind out of you. He could have cracked a rib. He could have cracked his clavicle. Tarver throwing a chair into the ring.
Maybe for when he gets tired?
What is Tarver doing here? Hercules with a big haymaker. Tarver using that chair to his advantage while the referee is distracted, although I don't know how much it would have mattered. I don't think there's any disqualifications in this match. There's certainly no countouts. Randy Eller now back in position, telling him to get it back into the ring. You can't win out there.
Well, at least you can tell through Tarver's different circumstances and life experiences, he knows what to do in certain situations. While yes, Hercules got the advantage on strength, Tarver, being the smart, crazy one, has certainly switched sides on him.
Tarver is definitely a survivor, as he's told us so many times over the past months. He has been through hell and back in this business. Tarver again with the quick thinking. Looks to be in control of Hercules, but we'll see how long that lasts.
Hercules just pushed him off. Look at that.
Hercules seems to feed off of these powerful blows. Tarver in the corner. Nobody home for that big boot from Hercules. Hung up on the top rope. And Tarver takes out the knee. That's the same tactic he used on Headbanger Thrasher.
Hey, if it worked for one, you can best be sure it works for another.
Well, if you take the legs out, you take the wheels out of a Mack truck like this.
A Mack truck? This guy's like a colossus. I don't think there are that many men that can stand up to a guy like Hercules, but Tarver does it, no questions asked, without batting an eye, and he eggs him on. And this is why Tarver is one of the best guys in EPW.
Well, it's hard to argue with you, TJ, when we're looking at it right here. Tarver working that knee, working that leg.
Can I get that in writing, that it's actually hard to argue with me? Because, you know, I could win a couple bets with this. I'm just saying.
We'll discuss it later. And Tarver wrapping Hercules' knee around the apron. Tarver is absolutely ruthless. And I believe that Hercules might have bitten off a little more than he could chew.
It looks like it. But then again, Tarver is akin to a mad dog sometimes. Relentless. Savage.
When you put a pit bull in the corner, it's going to come out teeth bared, going for the jugular, and that's exactly what Tarver's doing. And now just standing on his hand.
Oh, going after both of them, systematically breaking down this mountain of muscle.
I gotta say, I did not expect to see things go this way. I did not expect to see Tarver in such complete control against a man like Hercules.
It really is like a breath of fresh air. See Tarver finally getting what he's deserved.
There are a lot of things Tarver deserves, and I'm sure it would be entertaining to see him get most of them. Big haymaker from Hercules trying to fight his way back.
And even after that much punishment, Hercules is still pushing Tarver back with those right hands.
He's still fighting with everything he's got left in him.
This guy isn't natural.
Big punch takes Tarver down. Tarver doesn't know where he's at all of a sudden. And a kick to the knee brings the big man back down to the mat. And a leg whip.
A taunting leg whip at that.
Puts all the torque on the knee. That'll dislocate your leg.
Tarver certainly knows how to get inside his opponent's mind. How to push those buttons to make him react the way that he wants, doesn't he?
Absolutely, TJ. Tarver trying to wear down Hercules here. But here's where we see the strength advantage. Hercules powering out of it. But a clubbing blow from Tarver takes the wind out of his sails. Now stomps on the leg.
And as always, Tarver's trying to teach the crowd right from wrong. Hercules struggling, but Tarver offering no assistance. Well, there goes my idea for good guy monster Tarver.
Tarver whipping the big man into the ropes. Tarver spilling over the top and his arm is caught in the ropes.
Uh-oh, this could spell disaster. Oh, Tarver's out though.
Hercules
2.
going for the turnbuckles.
Tarver won't let this happen.
That's 3. Tarver sees what's going on at the last second. Randy Eller calls for the bell. He's calling it for Hercules.
The winner of the match, Hercules.
Hercules was not quite the impressive showing we were expecting, but just barely dragging out the victory here against Tarver.
Tarver looked completely unhappy with this.
Have you ever seen Tarver looking any other way? An impressive debut here for Hercules. Hercules still limping his way out of the ring.
Are you ready for your next match? This next match is scheduled for one fall. Returning to the ring, weighing in at 265 pounds, from San Lorenzo, Puerto Rico, Rafi Rex. Rex!
And it looks like Rafi Rex is coming back out here to keep the tradition alive. As we said, when he returned to Enigma Pro Wrestling last month, he fought 2 straight matches and won them both. From what we understand, after his victory earlier tonight, he went into, or after his match earlier tonight, I apologize, he went into the back and started looking for someone to challenge him.
And his opponent, weighing in at 165 pounds, from Miami, Florida, Johan Ramsey!
Johan Ramsey's always one of the nicest guys ever to step into the ring.
I gotta say, I'm surprised that this is the one who stepped up to the challenge. Johan Ramsey, we haven't seen him here in a couple of months. He's kind of a little guy to be facing a beast like Rafi Rex.
But his talent is top notch.
He is definitely a competitor, that's for sure. But, well, maybe you can take advantage of the fact that Rafi Rex is still sore from a match with Doc Rivers earlier tonight.
Could this be somebody in the back punishing Rafi Rex?
Who knows? Johan Ramsey's loves to taunt the fans, loves to get in the face of the crowd. This guy, one of the hot young stars in EPW. And Randy Eller calls for the bell. Looking for our second showing here from Rafi Rex.
It's always good to see somebody like Johan Ramsey's just not caring who he faces.
Doesn't seem like Rafi cares all that much either. He doesn't seem to be taking this challenge seriously. And I gotta say, that might be a mistake.
Or is it?
While Johan Ramsey's is not the biggest dog in the fight, he's got a lot of bite to him. He is not all bark. Two men lock up and the bigger man gets the advantage. Clean break from Rafi Rex.
Johan Ramsey's taking his time.
Johan playing a few head games with Rafi Rex.
Well, let's hope his speed and agility make up for what he's lacking in strength and bulk.
That's going to be his best hope here. And another clean break. Drop kick to the knee from Johan Ramsey's out of the corner. And stiff leg kick, followed by another.
Did I forget to tell you ferocity and tenacity when it comes to Johan Ramsey's?
Wrapping Rafi Rex up in the ropes. Big drop kick to the knee.
And that is all natural talent.
Rafi Rex feeling the effects of that one. And Johan Ramsey's not giving him any time to recuperate. No time to recover. Big knife edge chop. Looks like Johan Ramsey's hurt himself on those. And the big man comes out of the corner. Johan begging off here. Trying to step out the ring, but Rafi grabs him.
And good job, senior official Randy Eller, for breaking those two up.
Randy Eller calling for the clean break, and once again, Rafi steps back. Johan Ramsey's getting a little bit of flack from this crowd. Can't say I blame them. Ramsey wants to lock up again. Slaps Rafi Rex in the face.
Three of them,
and
four.
Over.
Oh, almost to the fifth.
And Rafi Rex has had enough. We might need medical assistance out here to check on Johan Ramsey's. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all she wrote. Rafi Rex with a decisive victory.
With the Rexecution. Folks, you're here in the arena or listen to us on YouTube. This is Enigma Pro Wrestling, your only place for action, drama, fun. Don't forget, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Vimeo,
and of course on YouTube. And to get in on the action, you can text Enigma to 84483 for discounts, coupons, up-to-date information. What's going on here?
Rafi Rex was not finished. Big suplex on Johan Ramsey's.
Putting the finishing touches on this match.
Folks, let us remind you to not try this at home.
These are trained professionals.
We'd also like to thank Blanca Lopez Macri, our favorite agent, BlancaIsMyAgent.com for State Farm, metroPCS, Little Caesars, and the fans. Because without them, none of this would be possible.
And once again, I would like to say you can text Enigma to 84483 for discounts, coupons, and up-to-date information. Data charges may apply. Make sure to check with your carrier for details. Senior official Randy Eller still trying to help Johan Ramsey's understand what just happened. Did you get the number of that truck?
Actually, I think we did. The number on that truck was 6'5", 265 pounds. But he's still walking away. No worse for wear.
Can't fault the guy for having the tenacity and the heart to stand up to a guy like Rafi Rex, but, well, he might have bitten off more than he can chew. Let's go back up to Jesse Furman for our next match. Another big match coming up for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, are you ready for your next match? More action, drama, and fun. This next match is scheduled for one fall. Coming first to the ring, weighing in at 252 pounds, from Las Vegas, Nevada, Tony Vegas.
Mr. TV himself coming out here from Sin City. Another rising star in Enigma Pro Wrestling. This guy's going places if he can repeat that upset victory against Johnny the Muscle from last month. I gotta say, for a long time, I thought Johnny the Muscle was unstoppable, but Tony Vegas pulled out the first defeat against the big man.
Hey, all it takes to take down a giant is to give it a shot.
And Tony Vegas having some fun with the fans out here at ringside.
And his opponent, weighing in at 350 pounds, from Brooklyn, New York, Johnny the Muscle.
Tony Vegas might be facing a completely different beast here this month. This is an angry giant, ladies and gentlemen. Johnny the Muscle not riding high on victory after victory. He's not arrogant. He's just ready to get revenge.
And determined. And those are all factors that could make tonight miserable for Tony Vegas. Oh, and a forearm.
Johnny the Muscle going right to Tony Vegas, not giving him time to play with the crowd, not giving him time to get amped up for this match. This big man is out for vengeance.
And a big headbutt to the back of Tony Vegas' head. Top.
Johnny the Muscle, not the most technical wrestler you'll see, not the most finesse or panache in the ring, but when he hits you, you feel it. Dragging Tony Vegas across the top rope. It looks like Johnny the Muscle is out here not just to get revenge, but he wants to hurt Tony Vegas. And a snake eyes into the corner. Knocks Tony Vegas for a loop.
Yeah, I would say Johnny the Muscle's more than mad at this point.
Seeing some new tactics here from Johnny the Muscle. Big elbow to the back of the head.
And more words.
No longer the strong silent type, it seems. Now just all fury. I gotta say, this is kind of scary to see.
Should we keep the medics on hand for this?
I have a feeling. Wait, no. Tony Vegas still in this match. Can't get anything going, though, as Johnny the Muscle just outpowers him, out-brawls him. Muscle looking for a big suplex.
And it connects.
I was afraid they were going to hit the roof of this building.
Oh, no. Even though Johnny the Muscle is filled with such fury and anger, he's in control. That has been the one thing present from the time of the beginning of this match.
Thundering kick from Johnny the Muscle. Right to the small of Tony Vegas' back, and now stomps on his midsection as he's laid against the ropes.
Would you call that insult to injury?
I don't know what I'd call that.
Ooh. And a hard right to
Right
the
to
dome of Tony Vegas.
Looks like he hit him right in the orbital bone. Like I said, it looks like Johnny the Muscle is out to hurt Tony Vegas here tonight. Whips him across the ring into the turnbuckle. Looks like Johnny the Muscle's going for that big cannonball splash.
Goes
Tony
for a roll-up.
Vegas going for a spin.
And a kick out.
No dice.
Johnny the Muscle is not going to be stopped by such immature tactics as that at this point.
Big hard right hand from Tony Vegas, but returned from Johnny the Muscle. Muscle again bringing out some new tactics here. Big side suplex. Again, bringing Tony Vegas almost to the rafters, the size of this man. But Tony Vegas, to his credit, keeps kicking out, refuses to give up. A lesser man would be unconscious. A lesser man would probably be in the hospital, but Tony Vegas is still in this match.
I guess he's got a point to prove it.
He's looking to make his name here in Enigma. And I think he knows that another victory over Johnny the Muscle would cement his legacy, but TJ, it might be over right here.
It could be, but Vegas is having none of it.
Big backdrop. I can't believe he had the power to lift that big man up. I think Johnny the Muscle is stunned too.
Oh, when you got that much momentum going on a guy Johnny the Muscle's size, everybody was stunned.
Vegas clawing his way back up to his feet, using the ropes for support. But don't count him out. He's still in this match. And Johnny the Muscle still doesn't seem to have recovered. Big Superman punch in the corner. Muscle's out on his feet, it seems. Big clothesline takes the big man down. What's Vegas doing here? Looks like he's pulling Johnny the Muscle up. Is he going for a body slam? Is he trying to get this big monster up?
And he does.
Up
and back down. Vegas calling for the crowd. Johnny the Muscle is writhing in pain.
Muscle's never been outpowered like this. Big diving splash. Could that be it?
No, Johnny the Muscle kicks out at 2.
Not quite enough from Tony Vegas just yet.
Would you say that Tony Vegas just splashed the chips?
You know, that's a good one, TJ. I'll give you that.
I don't have
Tony
many, but
Vegas.
when I do. Setting up. What is he about to do?
Looks ready for a big... Oh! Goes right into the turnbuckle.
And missed.
Johnny the Muscle actually showing a little bit of...
Luck?
A little bit of ring awareness there.
Oh,
Going for another big suplex, but
that
Tony
was
Vegas gets out. Big spear. And again.
The winner of the match, Tony Vegas.
Tony Vegas proving that it was not a fluke. Once again, showing that he had the wherewithal and the power to face this giant and walk away with his arm raised.
And the crowd loves him for it.
Kudos to Tony Vegas and welcome to EPW.
I would honestly say that Johnny the Muscle, he's not doing so well. Should we call the medical team?
No, it seems that Johnny the Muscle just dazed. I think his pride might be hurt more than anything, TJ.
That could be. Well, once his consciousness returns, he's going to be one angry giant. He thought he was mad before. This may set up for something incredibly.
Speaking of the wrath of an angry giant.
Yep.
Johnny the Muscle can't believe he lost once again here to Tony Vegas. I feel bad for anybody who gets in his way in the locker room tonight.
Me too. Me too.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got our big main event coming up here next.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for tonight's main event? Before we get to the main event, we'd like to thank our sponsors for making tonight's event possible, for making Enigma Pro Wrestling, giving you action, drama, and fun possible. Little Caesars, you can see Little Caesar over there. Make sure you get your picture taken with Little Caesar. Our favorite State Farm agent, Blanca Macri. BlancaIsMyAgent.com. Thank you, Blanca, for all the wonderful swag prizes we have tonight. Residence Inn Hotels by Marriott. And metroPCS. Remember, 4 lines for $100. We'd also like to remind you that after this match, you can purchase wristbands. The blue wristbands for $5 will get you a picture of your own recording device in the ring, and the yellow wristbands for $20 get you a picture with either Tarver, the Guadalupe brothers, or the Headbangers. Without further ado, are you ready for tonight's main event? The following match has a 30-minute time limit. Weighing in at a combined 455 pounds, from Mexico City, Mexico, Julio and Stefan, the Guadalupe Brothers.
Guadalupe Brothers, hometown heroes here in Enigma Pro Wrestling. These guys are on fire. A little bit of backstory to this match. Last month, as Tarver mentioned earlier tonight, the Headbangers reunited, and their first targets, oddly enough, were the Guadalupe brothers.
I got nothing for you, Image. Unfortunately, these two guys have been wonderful.
Now, if you weren't here last month, something happened that's had the Guadalupe brothers in a very, very bad mood for the last month. Tarver came out and cost us the match, but that's not what we're really upset about. We're upset of what happened after that. The Headbangers, people who we thought were our friends, they left this lane in the middle of this ring, and that left us with a sour taste in our mouth. So, mosh Thrasher, get your asses out here! Because we need an explanation.
Are they sure they want to do this? And of course, the Headbangers more than happy to oblige.
Mosh and Thrasher reunited once again.
It still sounds like we're in Headbanger territory.
The crowd.
I don't know. They sound like they're all Headbanger fans to me.
Guadalupe!
Hey, okay, wait. You want an explanation
Hell
about
yeah.
last month?
You're damn right.
We don't have to give you an explanation. It's all business. Nothing personal, just all business. And by the way, the only explanation that's needed, because I don't like you.
I wonder why.
The only explanation needed is why these two are in the ring with us.
Well, I could tell you why, but I don't think you guys want to hear it.
Hey, morons, do you want our explanation or not?
Bring it. Don't stutter.
A 90s insult.
So the only explanation that's really needed is why these two morons in the ring with us are not out cutting our grass. That's all I want to know. Hey, I really don't feel like doing this tonight. So maybe some other time.
Wait a minute, what's going on here? The Headbangers walking out on this match?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Hey, you don't want to give us an explanation. Maybe we'll beat one out of you. Because if you're walking away, I guess, hey, real men don't wear shirts. Sissies do.
A throwback insult from the 90s again. These guys are on fire. Mosh always looking for a fight.
Guadalupe brothers glad to oblige him. Big double elbow with authority. Eller trying to get control of this thing.
Well, the good thing is Mosh is always looking for a fight. And Thrasher's not that far behind him. So I don't think it would take that much convincing to get both of these guys in the ring. Oh, I wasn't wrong.
Well, rock, paper, scissors to see who's going to start this off. Looks like Mosh wins. Or not.
No, Mosh won.
He gets to take the break. Got it. The big man, Julio Guadalupe, squaring off against Thrasher.
Which, to be fair, isn't a small man himself.
Fans showing their support to both these teams. Thrasher backing Julio into the corner.
And a big slap to Julio's chest. And Thrasher is just eating it up.
Another overhand chop. Setting Julio's chest on fire. Third one. Mosh now breaking into the ring to deliver one of his own. And a thumb to the eye from Thrasher. This is definitely a different Thrasher than we've seen lately.
Agreed. A bit more dirty.
Big boot from Julio Guadalupe as Thrasher comes in, and a clothesline, bringing Thrasher down to the mat.
That was a homing clothesline. Julio knew that he had him in his sights once he left that corner.
An all-out assault. Julio whips Thrasher into the corner, tags in his big brother, or little brother, sorry. Big clothesline and a whisper in the wind from Stefan Guadalupe. The smaller of the Guadalupe brothers, lethal with those kicks.
And agile to boot. I don't think Thrasher knew what he got himself into when he stepped into the ring.
A leg lariat takes Thrasher by surprise, and a big spinning head scissors sends Thrasher out to the side of the ring to reboot.
Thrasher's calling for a timeout. But the good thing is, oh, yep, Randy Eller didn't see it and doesn't say there is any. Wait, what's this? Stefan over the top rope.
Stefan diving out into the side of the ring. Suicide dive, they call it that for a reason.
I guess this is where the Guadalupe stake their claim in EPW.
Possibly the hottest rising tag team in Enigma Pro Wrestling in all of Florida. Randy Eller telling the Headbangers they've got to come back to this match. There are no timeouts in wrestling.
Mosh back in the ring.
The Headbangers regrouping still. I think they're trying to figure out what they got themselves into. A veteran tag team thought they might have these two young bucks right in their sights, but the Guadalupe brothers definitely putting up a fight.
Well, they wanted a fight, and they got one.
Mosh wrenching the arm of Stefan Guadalupe, but Stefan has a little bit of moves himself. Side headlock here as Mosh pulls the hair, tries anything to get out.
I would say that's a little bit of a slap and tickle.
Mosh up and over with a leapfrog. He looks like he injured himself. Looks like he came down pretty hard on that knee.
The look on Stefan's face is just pure concern. He's not sure whether to move forward or not.
Thrasher calling for a timeout for his partner.
Stefan's not sure.
Mosh looks like he might have been playing possum.
Might have been.
Reverse power slam. Impressive move from Mosh there.
And all he had to do was walk it off. Look at that.
Trying to work the muscles back into place, get some adrenaline flowing to that knee. Still favoring it just a bit. Tags in Thrasher. Double team whip to the ropes. Double boot to the stomach. And a double whip to the canvas. Mosh just slapping Julio Guadalupe.
Just slapping him around.
The big man incensed. Unfortunately, this is not the best way to help his brother out. As Randy Eller is distracted in the corner, this gives Mosh the chance to take on Stefan from outside the ring.
And now you can see the difference between a veteran tag team and a rookie tag team.
Another echoing overhand chop, followed by a knife edge.
Well, I think Mosh finally brought out the no more Mr. Nice Guy in Thrasher. It's kind of good to see after 10 years.
Stefan Guadalupe, head full of steam.
And Thrasher just turning him inside out.
Almost getting that head full of steam taken clear off of his shoulders.
Julio trying to rally the troops.
Thrasher calling for the crowd to be quiet. What do the Headbangers have in mind here? Big diving clothesline from Mosh.
Wonderfully executed. And it's matches like this that EPW really shines.
It's certainly obvious that the Headbangers haven't missed a step in their long time apart from each other.
Sometimes great teams never truly break up.
Big power slam from Mosh.
And a boot to the back. Stefan is rolling in pain.
Headbangers now controlling the pace of this match, fighting it their way.
And Thrasher holding him still while Mosh just rides him into the sunset. Randy Eller gives the warning, but I really think it's falling upon deaf ears.
Well, they always are a fan of saying there is no right way, no wrong way, only the Headbanger way. And they're doing it their way here tonight. Mosh chucking Stefan Guadalupe out of the ring.
And here comes Julio to help his brother. Randy Eller stops him. Thrasher putting a slap on Stefan's chest.
Again, Julio not doing anything to help his brother. As he distracts the ref, he essentially is giving the Headbangers free reign. Stefan Guadalupe still has a little bit in this fight, though.
Mosh tagging Thrasher in. I wonder what these two demented individuals can come up with next.
Big boot to the gut from Thrasher. They have effectively cut the ring off for Stefan Guadalupe, kept him out of his brother's corner, kept him from making that tag.
You remember the last time we saw this tactic against the Guadalupe brothers?
I do indeed.
Johan Ramsey's and Lone Rider.
That is correct.
Wait.
Was it the Lone Rider? No, it was Johan and Ace Mayhem.
Yes, it was. Oh! And Thrasher brings Stefan down. And a 2 count. Julio just chomping at the bit to get in.
Stefan Guadalupe trying to just build up anything. Thrasher just holding Stefan to the mat with a little help from Mosh.
All Mosh is doing is making sure his shoes were tied. Didn't you see that?
And now I assume the ring ropes are also checking his shoelaces.
He was checking the buoyancy of the ropes, of course. He's doing a courtesy for Randy Eller. And Julio throwing a fit like a child and probably over-concerned for his brother.
Julio definitely not happy with the refereeing of this match. Stefan Guadalupe still trying to fight out of this hold.
He's digging deep for it, but
He's
it looks
up to
like
one knee,
it's paying off.
fighting his way out of it, hits the ropes, up and over, looking for a sunset flip. Thrasher is prepared for it, though. Look at the power on Thrash. Chucking Stefan Guadalupe into the corner. And another overhand chop. Stefan Guadalupe is going to be a mess of red welts here tomorrow. Mosh going up and over. Big splash.
Wonderfully executed.
That is classic headbangers right there. But Stefan somehow still kicking out at 2.
You got to give it to these two, the Guadalupe brothers. They have heart. They have drive, and they have that don't give up attitude. and it's why it's put them on the top in EPW.
And they have a lot of pride riding along on this match. They've got a score to settle with the Headbangers. These guys they thought were their friends, thought that they could share a locker room peacefully, if nothing else. But the Headbangers left them laid out in the ring. And at this point, it's a point of pride for Stefan Guadalupe, refusing to give up, refusing to give in. Almost a double backdrop, but
It's
Stefan
a double
Guadalupe
DDT.
reverses it into that double DDT, taking out both Headbangers at once. This might be his chance if he can only make it to his corner.
Chance, that was desperation. That was the epitome of desperation.
Stefan's going to have to get around Thrasher to get to Julio, but it looks like he might just make it.
And he tags the big man in.
Julio
It looks like the
Guadalupe,
Headbangers are in trouble.
the fresh man in, running roughshod against both of the Headbangers. Julio pulling Thrasher into the corner. Overhand chops of his own. Clubbing forearms to the back,
And
but
he
here
is
comes
just
Mosh.
banging on him.
Mosh laying out Julio Guadalupe with a reverse STO. Wait a minute. This could be the stage dive. I think this might be over.
Only one way to find out, Image. And that's up to the Headbangers to decide to end it now or keep toying with them.
It seems like that might be the case. They don't want to win this match. They just want to keep punishing the Guadalupe brothers. Mosh pointing to Stefan here in the corner, still out on his feet. It looks to me as if they're going for it again. Another stage dive. And the Headbangers have left the Guadalupe brothers a wreckage in the ring. An impressive return to action by the Headbangers. But, all right, this is enough. This has gone too far. Wait a minute.
Did Mosh just push Randy Eller?
Mosh Randy Eller calling for the DQ. Wait a minute, here comes Tarver. What is Tarver doing out here?
He seized an opportunity flawlessly.
What's it called? Mosh and Thrasher, I am the bully in this building. You will not come in here and take what I have destroyed. I don't care about the Guadalupes. I'll deal with them next. You two will not come in this building and take my kingdom. Where do you think you're going? You will listen to every word that I have to say. I know that you two are legends, former tag team champions, but I will find a champion. I will find a partner. I don't have many friends in the back. All I have is enemies, and that's good enough for me. But I will find a partner, and next month at Enigma Pro, the Headbangers are dead.
That's a tall order from Tarver.
Tarver making one of the weirdest challenges I've ever seen. He's mad that the Headbangers might just be bigger bullies than he is.
Shut up!
Well, when you're the biggest dog in the yard,
Shut up!
you bark the loudest and you bite the hardest. And when you get two mutts,
Oh, you want it now? You want it now?
like the Headbangers,
You want it now? Come get some. Come get some. Come on. Come get some.
the only thing you
Come
can
on.
do
Come on.
is
You
stand
the
up and
Caesar
fight.
Pizza man. Come on. I can be hot and ready in 5 minutes. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on.
Tarver
Come on,
calling out the
Headbangers. Let's
Headbangers
go.
still.
Shut up.
Guadalupe brothers
Come on.
limping out of the ring.
Hey, he could pick the Little Caesars guy as his partner next month. That would be genius.
So,
You want to do this now? Who wants to see this now?
Suddenly, Tarver changing his tune. He's saying he's not ready.
That's right. He doesn't have a partner. How fair is that?
If you want to see it now, say yes. Okay, but I already got paid and I didn't get paid for an extra match, so we'll see you next month.
And it's all about the money that stopped Mosh and Thrasher from
Proving
making.
once again,
Wow.
there is no right way, no wrong way, just the headbanger way. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been an exciting night of action,
It doesn't
drama,
matter, Mr.
fun.
Guadalupe, Mr. 450, the Headbangers. I will destroy Enigma Pro Wrestling, period.
We thank you for joining us here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors, Blanca Lopez Macri, our favorite agent in the building here tonight. You can visit her at blancaismyagent.com. We'd like to thank metroPCS. We'd like to thank Little Caesars. Remember, you can check us out on EnigmaProWrestling.com.
This place is my house.
You can find us on Twitter, on Facebook, on Vimeo, and of course on YouTube. And you can text Enigma to 84483 for discounts, coupons, and up-to-date information. Make sure that you check with your carrier as daily
You got something to say,
charges may
Pizza
apply.
Man? You got something to say? Huh? Get out.
And as Tarver gives us a reminder, we want to make sure that you do not try this at home. These are trained professionals.
And we'll see you next month for action,
This is my house.
drama, fun.
You tell them
For
next
TJ
month
Price.
the Headbangers are history. Tell them.
Tarver bullying around Jesse Furman, our ring announcer. Ladies and gentlemen, for TJ Price, I've been Eric Image. We've been broadcasting live from the State Farm Action Zone.
The result of your main event was a disqualification due to Tarver. How about putting your hands together for being an awesome crowd this evening? Special thanks to our sponsors, Little Caesars, Blanca Macri at State Farm, Residence Inn, metroPCS. You can get 4 lines for $100. Also, see Jeremiah way out if you'd like your bracelets. A blue bracelet, $5 to get your picture in the ring. A yellow bracelet, $20. You can have your picture taken.